Hey, how we doing? So my name is Jules, and I'm going to show you what I do on Photoshop. So I'm not, I wouldn't call myself a master in any way. I'm totally self-taught just about, and I'm quite often very short on time. I work full time. I've got a business on the side and a family, and this is what I do for an outlet. This is just what brings me a little bit of joy. Um, but because obviously I don't have a lot of time, I guess I like to get a bit of a satisfaction after about half an hour to an hour's worth of work, and then be happy with that. If I'm getting paid to do something, I'll give it a lot more time. Anyway, I'm going to show you, I guess, my cheats on how I go about getting getting my desired effect and making me feel good. So straight away, we're going to start a new page. I generally go about 11 inches high by 8 inches wide, thereabouts. Resolution, I want to whack up to about 300 there, just so it looks nice and pretty. And boom, here we go. Alright, so start off with a new layer on top. So what I'm going to do for us today is I'm going to do like a Lord of the Rings Nazgul thing. Yeah, something along those lines. So I'm going to straight away start off with a slightly darker color for our background, just to give us something to work off. And I reckon those sort of darkish greens, the grey green kind of thing is gonna be the way. Oh, let's go. Bit too much. There we go. That's kind of cool. So that's my background. I'll just name that background. Cool. And then a new layer for our, I don't know, that's a Witch King kind of thing. King thing. Oh, excuse my spelling. Alright. So straight away, let's get ourselves a nice. I like to go for like the paintbrush, get that really sort of brushy effect. I used to draw. I used to draw quite detailed. Like I'd start off with like sketching out the eyes and that sort of thing, and I definitely get too engrossed within the detail, and I wouldn't get a lot done, and the general sort of composition of the picture would be kind of out of whack because I'm too focused on my details. So now I paint something pretty rough, so I'm just going to take off the sensitivity, make sure it's so it's hard. It's going to come down like a full flat color rather than rather than soft and heavies. And then I'll make out my shapes, and then I'll sort of sculpt it down from there. So yeah, let's fill this up. And I like I kind of like the randomness that the brush gives me. It's just kind of cool. So I just make my shapes here. And yeah, and then I guess the cool thing about the randomness of this brush here is it does kind of feel like you are sculpting it out of what you've got here. I'm going to go with a lot of dark colors. Again, don't have heaps and heaps of time. I don't want to put heaps and heaps of time into this. Just want to get that feeling like I've done something, like I've achieved something, and that it looks kind of cool. So already I've got this sort of black shape here. Kind of looks a little bit like Batman, but you know, similar kind of thing here. There's a black shape here. So previously, normally I'd probably do about 20 minutes worth of getting my own concepts as it is. So like I'll just go online, I'll find all these images that I want, and just sort of take it from there. So we're gonna just quickly open up some of. Should have been more ready for this one. I've already given us a folder for this, if I can find it. if I can find it. Where it lands, Lord of the Rings, cool. So this here, this guy's gonna be, this is sort of the reference that I'm working on, working off, I should say. There we go, just to give myself a little bit of an idea of the sort of guy that I'm making here. Alright, so let's go back onto my Witch King kind of thing. Alright, so now I just make out that helmet there a little bit. He's got that funny peak at the top. Yeah, let's fill that up. And I really don't mind if it's sort of rough looking. It ends up with that kind of a oil painting-esque feel, I suppose. Yeah, get us some of those spikes. There we are. Alright, and I just want to go back behind us now, just to give myself a little bit of mooding as well. Let's get some. So I'm going to come over to the paint bucket tool. If you hold down on that, you get your gradient tools, and then at the top here, as you can see, so you've got like a circle that'll give you more like a dark splot. I get rid of those, and today I want to go for this one here, so it'll give me like a nice straight sort of horizon. And I'll grab it from here, drag it up. That gives me a little bit. Let's go darker again. Nice. Oh, probably too much. Yeah, too much again. Alright, yeah, just giving me a little bit of darkness, gives me a little bit of something to work with here. Alright, so let's keep going. Now I want to give myself sort of a direction in light as well, and I want to go for like these sort of greens. And if you see in the movie, it's got like these greeny sort of theme, this dark greeny theme for that where like the Nazgul live, creepy old castle and stuff. So just trying to get that sort of color in there, and I'll reckon I'll do that behind us. So this time I'm going to go for that circle kind of feel here. Pull it in. That is super green, isn't it? Let's lighten ourselves up a bit in there. Oh, here we go. Alright, cool. Alright, so I've got my light direction. I've got a little bit of mooding with the darkness on the ground here, and I've got a little bit of a shape there as well. So now just over my Witch King, I'm going to do some highlights, pretty much just in white, and let's go just go King Lights. So I'm really just going to work off these two sort of basic colors here, and let's go back to a brush, something, yeah, that's a little bit smaller than that, maybe 6, and we'll zoom in a little bit here too, give us some stuff. Alright, cool. Where's my reference? Let's grab him here. Real creepy. Alright, here we go. So I'm just going to come in straight with a straight white here, and that's what's going on. I want to put our sensitivity back here. There we go. So now that way I can control how much white I'm putting down with just the pressure of my brush strokes. Cool. So this way I'm just going to give us a little bit more so texturing on this guy here. It looks pretty basic, and it is pretty basic. I reckon we could probably go a little bit thinner on that, but alright, so there is it gives us that nice sort of roughness. And it gets a little bit smaller there again. Let's say 2. And this one's just going to give us some corner